Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another JJ Table Talk. We're going to have another interesting topic to discuss for this session. The topic is on hope and being hopeful. I would like to do something different for this session. I would like you all to cooperate and participate in an activity with me. All right? This is what we're going to do. As you listen to the soft background music I'm going to play, I would like all of you who are listening and watching this JJ Table Talk to close both eyes. Okay, relax. Let's go back in time. You don't have to write or say it out. What you need to do is just reflect silently to yourself when I pose the questions to you. Okay, are we ready? All right, close your eyes and listen to what I have to say. Let's go back in time. Right, I would like you to think of when you were a child, a small child. What did you hope for then? And then, what was your hope when you entered school? Maybe primary school, then later on secondary school. Moving on, what was your hope when you went to college or the university? Okay. Upon graduation, what did you hope when you started your career? Okay, getting more personal. What was your hope when you fell in love? And then you got married, for some of us. What was your hope when you have your own family? Okay, slowly open your eyes as the music fades away. Let's continue with our discussion. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, thank you for your participation. All right, what does it all mean? What I like to share with you now is that when you talk of hope, hope is that feeling of expectation, of desire. It is that feeling that is very internal. It's something that it's like a wish, what you want for yourself. And hopeful or being hopeful is describing the action, the hope that you had wished for yourself. Okay? Let me repeat. When you talk about hope, hope sort of is a noun. Hope describes that internal feeling or desire that you have for something. And being hopeful is once you have thought about it, what happens is the outcome. So I give you an example. I hope for good news. Okay, that is what we call hope. You hope for good news. When you talk about being hopeful, is the outcome, that the news will turn out to be good. Make sense? It's a bit confusing, right? But that is what it's all about. Because when we go back in our reflection just now, I would like to share what we did just now. For example, when you talk about what was hope when as a child. For me, as a child, I wanted to be a pretty child. I know that's vain. Then I went to school. I hope that I'll be a smart student, not being stupid. That was what I hoped for. And I remembered when in one of the competition, it was a writing competition, I wanted to win that competition. I hoped for it. And being hopeful is that hopefully the outcome was good. And surprisingly, because of that strong hope that I had for that competition, that writing competition, I won. So you see, it's something, when you talk about hope, it's something that sort of triggers that motivation internally, something that you want to do, and you don't need others to push you to do, because that hopeful feeling comes internally. It's from your own internal desire. So when you talk about hope, when I said when I went to college or to university, I hope that I would get good results. And being hopeful is that results every semester will be good. So that's the difference. So it is the outcome of that hope. And as I moved on in life, I always continue hoping for something that I internally desire, that I wish, I expect. Because hope is something that is a positive feeling. It cannot be negative. So I go through life and I find that I need to share this hope with someone I can trust, someone I can have to share this very internal feeling, intimate feeling. And it has to be somebody that I trust. Because some people say, why bother to share? Just keep it, because sometimes hope will not materialize and you'll be sad when it doesn't happen. But to me, I find that being hopeful of my hope, it triggers something, it's like a pushing factor in my life. And I find that in my career, throughout the whole time that I was working in this organization, my hope was to be the best in the field that I was doing. And if I don't do that, then I would not excel. But this driving force makes me want to be the best in the field that I was demonstrating in that particular job. And it is something that I hope for, even looking for a life partner. Somebody said, hey, JJ, what do you wish for your life partner? So I said that this is my hope. My hope that if I get a life partner, I want him to be tall, strong, romantic, and that sort of thing. Because if you don't have this hope for such qualities, you wouldn't be able to find those qualities in whoever you want to be with for the rest of your life. So I find that it is something that is very inspiring, that is motivational. Because when you talk about hope is something like I said earlier, it's an internal desire. It's like a wish, it's an expectation. It could be a belief, it could be a faith, and it is something optimistic. It's talking about your personal drive, your personal ambition, and it is like a dream, an aspiration. So I would argue with some people not wanting to share their hopes because, I don't know, you can be shy about it. Of course, you don't tell everybody that you don't know. It doesn't make sense, because when you talk about hope, it has to be shared with somebody that you really feel that you can trust this person, and he or she is reliable enough to know what is your personal drive, your personal ambition. And hopeful is a neutral outcome, because it depends on what you hope for. So when you talk about being hopeful, it is it's quite like an impersonal statement. So share if you can, but if you can't, then nobody can force you to do that. Because I find that in my life, I always share this, even to now when I have children of my own family, I always encourage them to share their hopes. And it helps in life, because when you talk about hope and you share with the loved ones, what comes to reality is that it gives you some positive outcomes, because you will be happy and satisfied when your hopes are being realized. All right? So friends, I find that I'm always hopeful. Until today, I'm still hopeful. I'm hopeful that things will be better, despite whatever we hear in social media and the news that can be quite disheartening. But hope is something that gives life the reality to move on. It is something that if you're not hopeful, then the dream will not come true. So, friends, what I like to say is that hopefully, when you share your hopes with somebody you love, somebody that you can trust, hopefully the outcome will be positive. So, stay strong, my friends, stay positive, and stay hopeful. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye from JJ.